S&D makes things as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Sprezi, our proprietary category management tool that helps increase your sales. Sprezi can tell you which coffee blends are in high demand at each store and provide a detailed demographic report that will give insight to your consumer profile and focus your advertising and marketing. Category performance is a reflection of making great choices, and S&D is uniquely qualified to help turn insights into actionable category plans. If you desire to be a coffee destination, take a closer look at S&D.
At the recent Foodservice at Retail Exchange in Chicago, Nice and Easy CEO John MacDougall was awarded a 2012 Leaders in Retail Foodservice Award. And during a panel discussion by the winners, he shared the story of how the New York convenience store chain found a niche as a food service provider.
Back in the early 80s, we had just started the company in 1980. I had two partners at the time that were in the petroleum business, and my job was to develop the convenience stores, and they would supply the petroleum and the gas stations that needed to be converted to convenience stores. And we were sailing along for the first 2 or 3 years of our business. We got to about 1983, and if you're familiar with upstate New York, you know that there are several Indian nations up there that had decided at that point that they wanted to get into the gasoline and cigarette business. Well, I don't have to tell anybody that's been around since back in those days that cigarettes and gasoline were the true profit margin drivers for convenience stores back then. And all of a sudden, after 3 years of success, we're looking at a situation where, you know, somebody is going to undercut, and you can't do anything about their price on cigarettes or their price on gas, and they're definitely going to be cheaper. So if you're going to stay in business and be viable in the business, what do you do? Where do you find that margin that you're going to lose automatically by the fact that one by one these operations open up next to you? So our first decision was to say, okay, food service is one of those things that customers want. It looks like it's pretty simple to do. We can make a lot more margin on it than we can on gas or cigarettes. So let's try some food service. And we stumbled into it just like everybody else does, you know. Bought the coffee machines, had the post mix, and we, you know, bought the roller grills and all those good things. And it was fine, but it didn't bring us the income and the customer base that we were looking for. And we analyzed that business for a couple, 3 years and said, no. You know, the fact of the matter is, we don't know anything about the food business. I was a convenience store guy. They were petroleum people, my partners. And we just didn't have a handle on how you really became professional in food service. So we decided to go out and find somebody that had some experience in food service, and we hired a guy by the name of Glenn White. Glenn had been with Burger King for 20 years. We said, Glenn, you've been around food service for a long time. Show us what to do here. You know, what's the name of the game? And it became evident when Glenn came to us that you really had to take this to the next level. Glenn showed us things and taught our people things and brought in different suppliers and so forth that really started to change our business. And it became more evident that this is a big potential for Nice and Easy. It can do what we intended it to do. And as we grew, we continued for another 3 or 4 years, and Glenn did a fabulous job, but he was a one-man show. He was really the field guy. And we needed somebody to come in at the top and really give us direction and really round out this whole food service team that we had. And coincidentally, and by the luck of God, we found a guy that had lived probably 7 miles from our office, and Jack Cushman has got his doctorate from Kansas State University in food service, restaurant management, and so forth. So we couldn't believe we found this guy, but we hired him. And Jack came in, and he took us to the level that we had to be at in the food service. Since that time, it's been onward and upward. We've tried all kinds of things with his direction. We knew that we finally got to the point of coming to the decision that we need to focus on finding our own food service supplier. We've done that. So Jack has given us the leadership and the direction and put together a class team, good leaders who have taken a concept and ran with it and made it into something that's very special and very good today.
That's great.
For more from the Food Service at Retail Exchange, watch for the August issue of CSP Magazine. Reporting for CSP, I'm Steve Holtz.